Hey everyone, this is Simon, and this is a video called Sanskrit for Vedic Astrologers. So, have you ever noticed people who are sometimes otherwise brilliant often end up mispronouncing words that they should be able to pronounce? And in doing so, they belie their own brilliance. So there are many Vedic astrologers, Jyotishis, who are great at their craft. However, they may end up sometimes butchering the language that is the vehicle for their craft. So terms like lagna. Have you ever heard that term, lagna? It's not a lagna. It's a lagna. It's not a mantra. It's not a yantra. It's a mantra and a yantra. Now, if these seem like minute distinctions, they're not, because the difference between and can completely change the meaning of a word. Take the word, for example, mulla. The word mulla means poop. And so that is very different from the word mala, right? Mala is a garland, and sometimes students who want to give their teacher a garland, they say, "Oh, Guruji, I just made you this fresh mulla, and I just made it fresh right for you. I made it today." And the Guruji, of course, will smile and say, "Yeah, give me your shit. Thank you. I will take it." And that's sort of what teachers do, right? They take on the student's crap. But if that's not what you're trying to say, if you're trying to say, "I just made you this garland," you would say, "I made you this mala, not this mullah." Okay? So words like yantra, parashara, it's not parashara. Vimshopaka bala. Bala is a child. Bala is strength. So the difference between bala and bala is the same as the difference between mulla and mala. So in this little tutorial, I'm going to tell you how to know the difference between these and how to correct your pronunciation. So, but let's just go over a few examples that just popped into mind, and I've heard these. In terms of signs of the zodiac, have you heard of Makara? Makara is not a sign of the zodiac. It's Makara. Makara, you could say, is the letter M, right? Makara. Those of you who know some Sanskrit will get this. It's literally the letter M. No, the letter M is not a sign of the zodiac. Kanya. No, this is not a Kardashian. It's Kanya. Okay? Because she's a girl, and so the is long. We'll go into this in a second. Some nakshatras. What about Ashwini? It's not Ashwini. Bhāraṇī. It's not Bhāraṇī. Shani. It's not Shani. Buddha. Oh God. I'm riling myself up as I say this. Now, again, there's nothing wrong if you don't know that it's not supposed to be done this way. And I don't want to sound pedantic or sort of, but so this video is meant to, first of all, illustrate some of the Gringo pronunciation. You know what a Gringo is? A Gringo is an American who goes to a foreign country and insists on speaking their language the way they want to speak it. ¿Cómo estás? Me llamo Simón. ¿Dónde están las cervezas? ¿Puedo haber una cerveza, por favor? Right? That's not Spanish. I mean, it is Spanish, but it's Gringo Spanish. So we want to get you to not speak Gringo Sanskrit. Okay? So it's not Shani, it's not Buddha, it's not Ravi, it's not Chandra, it's not Mangala, or however they butcher it. It's not Ruchaka yoga. It's not Hamsa yoga. It's Ruchaka yoga, Hamsa yoga. It's not Malavya yoga. It's Malavya yoga. Bhadra yoga. Saraswati yoga. Okay, have I irritated you enough? Because I've irritated my own eardrums in saying these sounds. So let's get to what the root of the issue is, which is that is totally different from ah. So whenever you see the letter this letter, what we call the letter A, it's totally different from the letter A. Okay? So when you see a word like this, Shiva, Shiva is Shiva, the Lord of Yoga. Shiva is his wife. Why? Because A, or his sister, could be, or a woman who is auspicious. Because the long A at the end of a word often, not always, but often denotes a feminine. Okay? So Shiva is the guy, Shiva is the girl. And look at this example. Here's our example of ma-la. So whenever you see this sound, this A, this it is always It's never going to change regardless of where it is in the word. Unlike English, where the sounds do change. So those of you who are still with me who aren't totally offended are going to get a little example here. Look at this. Look at these three sounds, A-T-H-E-R. In English, if we put an F before it, it's father. So this A becomes ah, right? But what if we put a B before it? It becomes bather. How did that happen? We don't know. There is no rule, there's no law that says A after B becomes A, and after F it becomes ah. What if we add a different letter? What if we add an L? Then it becomes what? Lather. If we add a G, it becomes gather. But add an F and it becomes father. So how does that happen? There is no rule in English to account for these vowel changes, which is what makes English a very difficult language. So in Sanskrit, all of these sounds would be, this would be fater, bater, later. But notice the E and the they all sound the same. Fater, bater, later. If it were a long A, then it would be fater, bater, later. Okay? So let's just go back to our document here. So is totally different from A. Mala is different from mala. So say this word, mala, mala. This doesn't change whether it's the first one or the second one. This, mala. And what is this sound? This is another word, malla. It's a double L. But the is still the same. Mulla is wrestler, mala means a garland, and mulla is waste poop. What about this? Oh, I'm feeling so much ananda today. No, the word is ananda. So when you're reading Sanskrit words, do pay attention to whether the vowel has a line over it or not. That will tell you how long to hold the pronunciation. So nun, the. This sounds the same in every position. Nun, the. This is ananda. Ananda means bliss. Ananda means no bliss, misery. Because means same as the English un. So unbliss. I feel unbliss. Bala, Vimshapaka bala. No, Vimshapaka bala is what people say. You know, the 20-fold strength in Jyotish that nobody uses. Still, we should be able to pronounce it. So it's not bala. Bala means child. So in yoga, it's balasana. It's not balasana. So the word is bala. And we'll talk about vimshopaka, why the O is long. In Sanskrit, O and A are always long. So always long. Vimshopaka, bala. All right. Then let's take a look at these words. How would you pronounce this? Look at this. Vamana. The is the same. Vamana. What about this? Vamana. Vamana. And what about this? Vama. So we have a long A and a short, but notice the is the same. Vama. vamana, vamana. Is a is a. They never change. In Sanskrit, a sound is a sound is a sound is a sound. All right, so ama, kashaya, kashaya, kshaya. All right, these are words from Ayurveda. So let's go back and look at some of these Sanskrit words and see now if we can pronounce them properly. Now, of course, if they're written like this does not give you this does not give you any clue because there is no line on top of any of the A's. So these, if we're pronouncing them as is, for example, this word is mala. So how would we pronounce this? Well, the word does not have any diacritics, so it should be lugna. Lugna, like a lug nut on your car. And that's in fact what the word is. As is the word mantra. Mantra, not a mantra. Not a mantra. Mantra. Simple. Same for yantra. Not a yantra. Don't get me started on chakras. So this is not a chakra. First of all, this is ch, not sh. Okay, so it's a ch, and there are no long ah. So it's a what? Chakra. Chakra. Say chakra. Chakra in California, chakra everywhere else. Chakra in California, chakra. Okay? Now, the word parashara does have a long diacritic. So let's add that where it should be. And so now, that's the word. It's not, so this is pa, ra, sh, ra. The diacritic is not here. It's not parashara or parashara or parashara. No. It's Parashara. That's the name of the Rishi. Now, the name of his book is going to be Parashara because a long A, when it's in the beginning here, indicates belonging to. So Parashara means the book that was written by Parashara. Okay, so this is a little grammatical thing. Parashara can also refer to Vyasa, who is the son of Parashara, meaning the one who came from Parashara. Krishna is called Vasudeva. Why? Because his father is Vasudeva. So he's Vasudeva. So Parashara, Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra is the book that came from Parashara. So Parashara means that which belongs to Parashara, or that came from. So what about this word? This has no diacritics. What's a diacritic? It's these lines. So how would we pronounce this? Vim, sho, long o, pa, ka. Not Vimshopaka. Vimshopaka means 20 burnings. We're not burning anything. Okay, Vimshopaka bala, not bala. We're not burning 20 boys. So Vimshopaka bala, you could say, is 20 burning boys. And that's what it means. I mean, loosely. We don't want to burn anybody. We want 20-fold strength. Vimshopaka bala. Okay? So Rashi's makara. No, there is no diacritic here. So it's makara. It's not the letter M. Makara literally means the letter M. No. So this one does have a diacritic, and it is kanya. Kanya. It's not Kanye. Okay? It's not a Kardashian. This is kanya. What are some nakshatras? Now, here's a rule for the nakshatras. The nakshatras are typically all female. And remember what I said about female sounds? They have to have, not they have to, they often have a long A or a long E at the end. So this is what the transliterated will look like. So Ashvi, and this really is not a W, it's a V. There's no W in Sanskrit, by the way. They're all V's. So it's not Saraswati, it's Sarasvati. Okay, Saras, V. So Ashvini, not Ashwini. She doesn't have a weenie. It's Ashvini, which literally means the female horse. Or the mudra that relates to the horse, which has to do with a lock that you do and something horses do. That's for another video. Bhāraṇī, not Bhāraṇī. Just listen to that. Bhāraṇī. My son is in Bhāraṇī. Sounds like a type of rice. Your son is not in a type of rice. My son is in Bhāraṇī. Bhara means to bear. It's where our word, English word to bear comes from. She who bears the burden. Bharya means wife in Sanskrit. She who bears the burden of the husband. Literally. Bhāraṇī, bearer. Direct link to the English word to bear, which and actually about 2 or 3 dozen other words. The word Lucifer is related to Bhar, to bear. Lucifer means bearer of light. Lucy is light, Fer is bear, Bhar. Same root, comes from Sanskrit. Okay? And there's like 20, 30 other words at least. How about some planets? Any diacritics in this word? No. So how would we say it? Is it Shani? It's not Shani. It's not a Native American tribe. It's Shani. Shani, Shani. Okay? Buddha, is it Buddha? No, there's no diacritic. Buddha, no, it's Buddha. Buddha. Very short and sweet. Ravi, sorry, it's Ravi. Ravi. Chandra, or Chandra, no, there's no diacritic here. It's Chandra. Mangal, Mangala, no. Mangala is one of the names for Mars. By the way, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on something, because the way I learned this is by making these mistakes. I'm not perfect. I'm a gringo as well. So, I get stuff wrong too. So the thing about this is we have to have no shame in being corrected. In fact, we should welcome it, because that's how you learn a language. That's how I learned to speak other languages, by, butchering their words. And to this day, I still don't know the difference between ser and estar. Estoy bien, like in Spanish, and when to say está malo, es malo, still mess it up. But people correct me, and I say thank you. So that's the spirit in which I offer this. All right, let's keep going. Yogas, Ruchaka. By the way, here's a nakshatra people often get wrong. That's the nakshatra, so it's not Maga, it's Magha. Not Maga, there's no diacritic, it's Magha. Okay? Yogas, Ruchaka yoga, it's not Ruchaka, Ruchaka. Hamsa, there's no diacritic over the A. It's not Hamsa. It could be, but it's not. It is simply Hamsa. 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 Now here there is a diacritic, and it's this. So this yoga is not Malavya, it's Malavya. Malavya, meaning someone coming from the land Malava. Malavya, someone from that land. because like Parashara means from Parashara. This is Malavya, from the land of Malava or Malava. Bhadra Yoga, not Bhadra Yoga. Sarasvati, not Saraswati. There's no long A. Okay? So I hope this was useful. So the lesson here is pay attention to the diacritics. And why don't we just go through all of the nakshatras here? Bhāraṇī, Kritika. See that long A? Kritika, not kritika. Critique. Kritika. How will we say this? Rohini? No, there is no long diacritic here. It's not Rohini, it's Rohini. Rohini. A long E at the end, but a short E in the middle. Ro is always long. O is always long. Ashvini, Bhāraṇī, Kritika, Rohini. Ooh, how about this one? Mriga. Hold on, how do I make this S here? I'll just do it like this. Mrigashirsha. Mrigashirsha. Or, yeah, Mrigashirsha. Or, you can also say Mriga Shira. Okay, Shira means head, but so does Shirsham. Okay, so two ways to say it. Mriga means deer, Mriga, or yeah, could also mean hunter, Mriga. Mriga Shira, or Mriga Shirsham, or Shirsha. And because it's feminine, there should be a long A. Mriga Shirsha, or Mriga Shira. Because the nakshatras are ideally feminine. They are the wives of the moon. Okay, how about this one? Ardra. Okay, Punarvasu. This one is pretty straightforward. It's Punarvasu, Punarvasu. No, Punarvasu. No long A's. Ardra Punarvasu Pushya. Gosh darn it, this S is giving me trouble. Pushya, and then A Shle Sha. Ashlesha. Okay. A means unto, surrounding. Shlesha and shlish means to hug. A is the feminine ending. It's not ashlesha, it's ashlesha. She who hugs, who wraps and coils herself around something, right? The serpent. Then Magha, not Maga. Please don't say Maga. Okay. Maga is Donald Trump's thing. Make America Great Again. It's not MAGA. It's Magha. Okay. Slogan is the word I'm looking for. Okay. Purva. Purva Phalguni. Purva. It's not Purva Phalguni or Phalguni. It's Purva Phalguni. Everything is short till the end. Uttara Phalguni. Then Hasta. Hasta. Okay. Chitra. I believe Chitra does not have a long A. Chitra. I think Chitra is just a short Then this is one people get wrong all the time. Swati. Not Swati, Swati. Swati, meaning Swati, going beyond your own limitations and your family restrictions. Vishaka, oh boy, this is one people get wrong. Vishaka. This Vishaka, Visha means poison, and sometimes people think this has to do with poison, and in a sense it does, because that part of the sky is related to the via combusta and so on, and some of the meanings are poisonous, and Scorpio, the constellation. But the term Vishaka has nothing to do with poison. It's not Visha. Visha is poison. Visha. Vi is a prefix meaning split. Shaka means a limb, or a limb of a tree. So it's a split limb. It's a fork, a forked branch. Vi shaka. Tasya shaka. Urdha moolam adashakam ashvatam prahuravyayam chandansi yasya parnani yastam veda saveda vit. Adashchordvam prasrita tasya shakha gunaha pravridha vishya pravalaha adascha mulanyanu samtatani karmanubandhini manushya loke. This is from the Bhagavad Gita. The shakha, the branches of the pipal tree, how they go up and down. And this is the picture of the creation of the universe. So Vishaka means the forked branch. It's not Vishaka. It's not Vishaka. It's Vishaka. Okay? Then Anuradha. This one is pretty okay. Anuradha. Anurada. People say Anurada. The last A should also be long. So people say Anura correctly, and then Radha. No, Radha. Anuradha. Then Jeshtha, the eldest. Then Mula, okay, which people, Mula is correct. Then Purva, Ashadha, Purva Ashadha, Purva Ashadha, Purva Shada. People say Purva Shada. Purvashadha. Uttara. No, it's not Uttara. Uttara. Shadha. By the way, I'm fasting today, so I'm a little grumpy. I'm a little critical. I'm a little spicy. So forgive me, I'm not as sweet when it comes to this stuff. But I'm generally many years of sort of holding this in, listening to people who profess even to know Sanskrit and I'm sure they do actually. They know it. They've written books about Sanskrit, but you hear them speak it and it sounds like garbage coming out of their mouth. So I'm sorry to say this, and I'm not saying this about any one person in particular. I myself, again, make mistakes all the time. But there seems to be an unwillingness among pundits in the West, American or British and so on, to make the effort. They've made the effort to learn the grammar, the vocabulary, etymology, and they stop. And they stop when it comes to learning the proper sound, the pronunciation of the words. And they say mantras. They're not mantras. Now, I say that too. I say Sanskrit. But I know it's Sanskritam, and I can say it properly when I need to. And oftentimes, a lot of these scholars, so-called scholars, who know a lot, however, they either refuse to or are unable to or unwilling to learn how to properly enunciate and pronounce these mantras. Okay? Uttarashada, okay, that's my rant for Uttarashada, Abhijit. Abhijit, it's not Abhijit, it's Abhijit. Shravana. Shravana, it's not Shravana. Shravana, no diacritic. Danish. Danish. the nishtha, she who desires wealth. Shata bhishak, there's a number of ways to write this. Shata bhishak means 100 physicians, or 1,000 physicians. 100 physicians, sorry. Sahasra is 1,000. Shata bhishak or shata bhisha. Okay. Purva, we already know how to say, so, well, we'll just put it here. Purva, bhadra, pada. Bhadra means auspicious. Pada is foot or leg, and because it's feminine, pada. Okay. Then uttara, bhadra, pada. God, this video is going on. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be 5 minutes long, but those of you who are still here, you are brave. Then how do we pronounce this? Revati? No, E is long, so it will be re, va, ti, revati. Okay? All right, guys, I hope this was useful. I'll try not to sound so critical or pedantic as per my own critica placements. Critica placements, right? But let's try not to sound like George W. Bush when we pronounce things. Shrini Bharani critique, Rahini Mrigashir, Arja Punarvasu, Pusha, Shlesh, Maga, Pura Fulguni. Let's not try to sound like we're a rancher in Texas. Let's try to give Sanskrit its due, its proper place. And if we are studying this art, or if we are studying yoga or Ayurveda or Tantra, let's honor the vehicle for those traditions. And by doing so, we honor the goddess of speech, Saraswati, as well. And like saying someone's name incorrectly, if someone is named Jesus and you keep calling them, hey, Jesus, get over here, man. It sounds weird, right? It sounds disrespectful. And similarly, when we willingly or blissfully ignore the correct pronunciation for these Sanskrit terms, we become that person. So let's try not to be. And we can still sound like gringos as long as we make an effort to better ourselves. That's what matters. All right. Hope this was useful for you guys. We'll see you in another broadcast.